Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my Periscope tonight. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Zoraida. Thank you for joining me, love. Thank you, everyone, for coming on tonight. Happy Sunday to everyone. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. I'd love to hear from you all. How was your weekend? Anything fun that happened this weekend? As we come on and wait for a few folks to join us, I'd love to hear from you all and hear how things went this weekend for you all. I know there's a lot of energy floating in the universe, and you know, it's really a lot. So if you did anything fun this weekend, let me know. Thank you all for joining. Welcome to my live viewers. Welcome to my replay viewers, and definitely welcome to anyone who is new tonight to my Periscopes. So for those of you, what are your thoughts on open bobs? I'm not sure what you meant. Almost done unpacking. Where were you, Zoraida? Thank you for joining, Betty. Welcome, Betty. I'm not sure what you meant, whoever was asking about something open. So tonight we are going to be talking, I move from Puerto Rico. Oh, great. You moved from Puerto Rico. Hi there to everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Just moved 3 weeks ago to a new place. Yes, congratulations, Zoraida. I hope everything is going well and that you had, like, you know, the time to unpack and settle in this weekend. El Weezing, where did you move from and where did you move to? I know you moved from Puerto Rico, but where to? And congratulations on moving. Ohio, awesome. Well, Ohio is a little bit far from New York, but hope it's not as cold there as it is here, although it might be. So thank you all for the hearts. Thank you for joining and for being here with me tonight on this beautiful Sunday evening. Tonight, we will be talking about one of my favorite chakras, the third eye. And it's the sixth chakra in the system. And I do want to show you the chakra so that you are aware of what I'm talking about. So it is right here. That is the third eye chakra. And as you can see from the screen, the color is the right? So it is almost like a lavender, purplish, bluish, an in-between color of those sorts. So you can actually use a lot of different things to help build your intuition. But first, I just want to talk about how can you activate the third eye more. Yes, Betty, I will be talking about this, how to really connect to your third eye. But I do want to talk a little bit about what are some of the elements of the third eye chakra, and you know, how then move into how we can really connect to that third eye some more. So the third eye is really where our intuition comes. So similar, you know, one of the things that you might have heard me talking about throughout the last couple of weeks that I've been scoping is our intuition. But I almost refer to it as, you know, I say, this is one of my quotes, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And that's not something I came up with. That's something a spiritual teacher came up with. I'm not sure who, but I truly believe in that. And that is the quote that really applies here to our third chakra and our intuition. It's because we are spiritual beings having a human experience that our third eye is really there, and that's how we connect to that energy, our spirit, right? Is through our third eye. So all of our intuition, that sixth sense that we all have. Some of us are more connected to it than others. Some people are really blessed with clairvoyancy, or and what I mean by clairvoyant, you can either see things or hear things or feel things before they happen, or you get a sense about something. And we all have that. It's how connected we are to it. And that's really, a matter of how open or closed that chakra is. But we all have that feeling, that innate intuition that really guides us or tries to guide us through our life, right? So let's say you, I love giving situations, and I'll actually give some of one that I had today, and it wasn't even my own situation, but I witnessed it. So today I went to church, and I go to Unity Church in Montclair, and at the end of service, I actually met this young man, and he was like, I all of a sudden decided to come to this church. And I actually came, but I came to the wrong location. But instead of the GPS taking me the way I came, it decided to bring me up this road. And as I'm driving up this road, I see the church and I hear the service. And although I was 20 minutes late, I came in because something told me to come in. And here I am, and I've met people, he was referring to me and a few others. We were in a circle. He's like, and I've met people, and I was actually thinking I want to meet my tribe, right? And by his tribe, he meant people who are like-minded, people who get him. And, that was a huge moment, a huge example where he could have just been like, I don't know where this GPS is taking me. I'm just going to turn around and go back the way I came until it reroutes, right? But he didn't. And then he went even further and continued to follow that intuition until he made it to where he had to go. See, he was meant to be there today. He was meant to listen to the words that were shared. He was meant to meet every person that he met in that moment. And that is a key example of our intuition, right? Following that inner voice, that inner knowing, because we do tell ourselves a lot of lies. When we say we don't know, we know. We always know. We're all knowing, right? We are all in space and time apart, but really that doesn't exist as spiritual beings having a human experience, right? The spiritual being in us is always connected to everyone else. So you might not know in this moment, but because you have connection to infinite wisdom. And it's that infinite wisdom that is our intuition. Hi, Melissa. Melissa is on. Everyone, if you do not follow Melissa, Miracles Within Us, follow her now. Melissa, throw up some emojis so that people can follow you. She is my spiritual guide and mentor, and I am honored to really have her in my life and to share her talents with you all, because I'm honored to be sharing about the chakras, but I learned a lot from her. So thank you, Melissa, for being on tonight. And feel free to share any tips that you may have via the chat box for people trying to connect more with their intuition. I know you have definitely helped me connect with my intuition. So thank you. So the elements, when we think of elements, right, the element associated with our third eye is light, right? And that is kind of like the ideal element, because we are made of energy, and light is energy, and our spirit is energy. Our spirit is the light. So that is the element associated with the third chakra. The position, right? So our third eye is right here. And like I said, this is our 6th chakra out of 7. Join the 21-day challenge at miracleswithinus.net. Yes, I have taken the challenge, and I totally recommend everyone join the challenge. It's a challenge where you go through 21 days of really connecting to your intuition. And Melissa offers some really awesome tips and exercises throughout the 21 days that really kind of even surprise you every single day. You get surprised every day in that 21-day challenge. So I invite you all to join it. Some different things about the chakra, the third eye chakra. So it's located here. The color is indigo, the element is light, and that is really where, you know, whenever people say they're psychics or psychic-like, they are really connected to their third eye. They have a very open third eye. And like I said, it's not that they have something necessarily special. Thank you for complimenting my new glasses. These are my cool new glasses. I'll show you all. It has leopard print, which I am super thrilled about. Making it fun and fashionable. So, you know, people aren't really psychic. They just have a very open and really connected to that third eye. And we all have that potential. So that's something I definitely want to share with you all, is that we all have that potential. It's how open and willing we are to really connect to that and to let that guide us, right? One of the exercises that I do want to share with you all is taking a journal, you know, any notebook, and really beginning to write down any instances where you follow your intuition and it gets you something better, something, you know, you wanted, where it really just helps support your passion, your future, your vision, whatever it is that you're going for in life. Because one of the things, and I learned this actually through my work with Melissa, is you wanna feel, right? You wanna know that what you're feeling is accurate, right? So that's the best way to continue to like build that trust with your intuition, is writing things down and really taking note of every single moment where, you know, like perhaps you were about to pull out from a driveway and you got a message, and something in you was like, you need to read this message before you leave. And next thing you know, there was like a huge car accident that you might have been a part of, right? And you missed it by a few minutes. So little things like this that really are that sixth sense, that third eye intuition coming into our lives and guiding us, we want to write all of that down. And really that's going to help build that trust with our intuition. Some other things, visualization. So this is a twofold, right? So visualization both helps open up your third eye chakra. It also helps you connect more with source, right? So through source, you can visualize, you know, I know Marianne Williamson, who's one of my gurus. She starts all of her workshops, her podcasts with a golden ball of light. So she really talks about visualizing this small golden ball of light and then watching it really expand and consume your entire being. And that's one visualization that I like, and that I also recommend that you use to really help you connect to the physical space, right? Visualizing that light at your third eye and just having it expand. When we self-reflect, self-reflection is critical. It's one of the most important parts about connecting to your intuition. When we are self-reflective, whether that be journaling or talking to a friend aloud about it, whatever it is for you, however you self-reflect, and that's, you know, based on your personality, your learning style, all of these different things influence how we self-reflect. But going through that process is super, super important. We want to be as self-reflective as possible, because as we self-reflect, that's part of how we grow. That's part of how we learn, is through self-reflection, at least on an intuitive, spiritual level. And that's definitely going to support opening up that chakra. Now, the biggest way to connect to your third eye, hands down, to any of the spiritual chakras. So starting at the throat, the third eye, and then the crown chakra, which we'll talk about tomorrow night, the biggest way is through meditation. Yes, meditation. So some of us might be a little adverse to meditation, but there are so many forms of meditation out there. I've tried at least a dozen different types of meditation. I have not loved a dozen types. You know, I'm more of a like breathing meditation person, or a guided meditation, but there's a lot of different meditations out there. But any form of meditation really helps support your spiritual chakras. So I encourage that you get adventurous, get curious about different ways to meditate, and really begin to bring those into your practice and into what you do to connect with your third eye. Some other things that we can do, obviously visualize the color indigo. We can also use a stone like this one. This is amethyst. This is my personal favorite stone. I was also born in February, so I love amethyst because it connects really well with my energy. But you can just literally place the stone here, and what I do is I lay down and do a laying meditation, and I just let my stone sit there while I meditate. So that's another really good way to connect with your third eye. Like I said, continue trusting in that intuition, listening to that voice. When we don't listen to that inner wisdom, it begins to get silenced. So we want to be aware of when it's talking, acknowledge it, and really let it guide us. And the last thing I want to share about the third eye chakra today is that we can continue with the chanting and singing to support this chakra as well. And the word to chant for the third eye is Sham, S-H-A-M. So let's do that at this moment. Sham. So good. I feel my third eye going like this. So connect to your third eye. And, you know, just by chanting that one word, Sham, I feel tingling here. And I want to talk about that tingling with you all, because that tingling is a sign that your third chakra is being activated and it's opening up. Some people might experience a headache. So if you begin to meditate and you feel this tingling, or you feel a slight headache in this region, I just want you to bear with it. I definitely recommend maybe using some lavender oil, some essential oil, because it's an opening, right? And there's releasing that's happening, and sometimes we experience physical reactions to the tingling or to the headache. A headache is really a sign that there's a lot of blockage there and you're working it out, right? So you might experience some pain, kind of like when you begin to go to a physical therapist or something like that. You might feel a little discomfort at first, but you know, in the long run, it's really going to be strengthening and empowering for you to go through the process. So just want you all to be aware that the tingling does happen. A headache might happen when you begin to open up your third eye chakra. And you will begin to be guided more and more the more open your third chakra is. So honor that voice, honor that inner knowing. So thank you all for being here. I will continue the series of chakras tomorrow night with the crown chakra, and that will be the last in the series. So do bring any questions for me tomorrow on any of the chakras. At the end of the session, I'll do a little Q&A to see if there have been any questions, any experiences that you all want to share. So I hope to see you again tomorrow night for the last of the chakra series. And until then, have a passionate evening. Love you all. Bye.